Chinese aircraft carrier groups and dozens of warships steam toward Taiwan. It's not a drill. Taipei sounds the alarm and the world takes notice. Could this be the start of something much bigger? Taiwan's Ministry of National Defense confirmed the presence of 2 Chinese aircraft carrier strike groups, accompanied by dozens of destroyers, frigates, and support vessels. The island's military is now on high alert. Leading the formation are the Liaoning and Shandong, China's 2 operational aircraft carriers. They're supported by some of Beijing's most advanced surface combatants, including Type O-55 stealth destroyers and Type O-52D missile ships. Amid simmering China-Taiwan tensions, Beijing deployed 2 aircraft carrier groups and dozens of warships in waters north and south of Taiwan last month, a Taiwanese security official said on Monday, as the Chinese PLA Navy builds pressure on the self-ruled island. Up to 70 Chinese ships, including Navy vessels, were monitored from the Yellow Sea to the South China Sea from May 1 through 27th, a security official said on the condition of anonymity. Beijing has ramped up the deployment of fighter jets and warships around Taiwan in recent years as it pressures Taipei to accept its claims of sovereignty over the island. China has refused to rule out using force to bring Taiwan under its control, leaving the island to face the constant threat of invasion. Its military actions and gray zone activities have included large-scale deployments across the entire island chain, involving comprehensive maximum pressure, the security official said in remarks released Monday. On average, there have been between 50 to 70 naval vessels and government ships, as well as hundreds of sorties by various military aircraft, continuously conducting harassment operations. Some of the ships pass through the Taiwan Strait to the western Pacific Ocean for long-distance training, including combined air-sea exercises, the official said. Another 30 Chinese vessels with no name, documentation, or port of registry were detected near Taiwan's Penghu archipelago in the Taiwan Strait on May 19th and had been deliberately sent to harass, the official said. And a total of 75 Chinese aircraft were involved in 3 combat readiness patrols near the island during the month, Taiwan's defense ministry figures show. This deployment places Chinese naval power on both flanks of Taiwan. Experts believe it's a rehearsed blockade formation meant to simulate full-scale encirclement or prepare for a future strike campaign. Taiwan scrambled fighters, mobilized missile systems, and sent out naval patrols to monitor and deter Chinese movements. The island's defense ministry has pledged to defend every inch of territory in the face of intimidation. U.S. and allied forces in the region are closely tracking the situation. Warships from the U.S. 7th Fleet have increased presence near the Philippines and Japan. U.S. and allied forces in the region are closely tracking the situation. Warships from the U.S. 7th Fleet have increased presence near the Philippines and Japan, while Japan has scrambled maritime self-defense force units. The Taiwanese security official said China's activities in May were more provocative than previously observed. In one incident, Tokyo and Beijing exchanged diplomatic protests, each accusing the other of violating national airspace, after a Chinese helicopter and Coast Guard vessels faced off with a Japanese aircraft around disputed islands. The Chinese actions were a demonstration of military expansion and were aimed at controlling the entire island chain and improving their capabilities, the official said. China's deployment coincided with Taiwanese President Lai Ching-te's speech on May 20th, marking his first year in office, and came ahead of an annual security forum in Singapore at the weekend. U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth told the Shangri-La Dialogue that China was credibly preparing to use military force to upend the balance of power in Asia. Beijing, which did not send its defense minister Dong Jun to the summit, warned Washington should not play with fire. It felt like they were in a state where they could announce something at any moment, trying to seize on some opportunity or excuse to act, the Taiwanese official said of the Chinese. China has carried out several large-scale military drills around Taiwan since Lai took office. Earlier, as Eurasian Times reported, retired U.S. Navy Rear Admiral Mark Montgomery made the first-ever disclosure about the existence of a joint training team in Taiwan on May 15th at a hearing conducted by the U.S. House Select Committee on China, titled Deterrence Amid Rising Tensions, Preventing CCP Aggression on Taiwan. That's a U.S. team there that's about 500 people now, Montgomery said, adding, it needs to be 1,000. Making a case for more troops in Taiwan, he said, if we are going to give them billions of dollars in assistance and sell them tens of billions of dollars worth of U.S. gear, it makes sense that we would be over there training and working. Montgomery noted that the Department of Defense is mandated to train Taiwan's soldiers under the Taiwan Enhanced Resilience Act. Asserting that the rollout has been delayed, he said, I would say gently they have been slow. Montgomery said that the U.S. can assist Taiwan in preparing to repel a Chinese invasion. However, he added, it's going to take U.S. engagement and involvement in this to get them to the point where they have a true counter-intervention force. According to the Chinese Foreign Ministry, the United States has sold more than $70 billion worth of weapons to Taiwan in recent years. However, a significant portion of these arms has not been delivered to Taiwan. The Taiwan Strait is now the most dangerous stretch of water on Earth, and the presence of two Chinese carrier groups has just turned the heat up to boiling. Is China preparing for a war over Taiwan or bluffing with battleships? Let us know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to stay updated on every critical development in this global hotspot.